On Giulia, we wanted to have, on the Quadrifoglio version, the best possible performance. To reach that target, as we already seen before, the best possible weight-to-power ratio, innovative and performant suspension, steering system, braking system, but it was not enough, because if you want to do also the best possible performance, you need to have a specific aerodynamics. On Giulia, we wanted then to be the first car in the segment to have a seat zeta negative, thus developing downforce in order to increase the power of the tire during cornering. We do that with the rear extractor, you can see on the rear of the car, a small rear spoiler, and these two features guarantee a low seat zeta, below zero. But it was not enough, and so in order to have even more, we developed an Active Aero splitter in the front axle. This splitter is driven by two actuators that, respect to the different condition of driving, straight line it's closed and in cornering it's open until 10 degrees, guarantees a perfect seat zeta and a perfect balance between the front and the rear in order to have the performance but to have always easiness of driving. On Giulia, of course, in order to increase the performances, we develop new electronic devices. Electronic device today comes on top of all the mechanical system we already described, suspension, steering and so on. The electronic devices on Giulia are made to improve the performance and not to correct the defects on the chassis. What are these devices? We already talked about the steering system, the braking system. We have also on the Giulia Quadrifoglio active suspension, controlled electronically, active damping. We have the aero splitter, but the most important component is maybe the torque vectoring, the rear differential, which is a differential with two clutches that allows to control independently the torque to each single wheel in order to always give to the wheel the maximum traction, but also maximum cornering behavior to the car. All these electronic devices are driven by one single ECU, the Chassis Domain Control. The Chassis Domain Control is the real brain of the car because it gives to each component, splitter, steering, brake, ESP, suspension, torque vectoring, a single task in order to optimize always the performances, to make the car always easy to drive, but more important maybe, to always give a feeling of a real car and not an artificially driven car.